Hello, everyone, and good day to you, or good evening, depending on when you're seeing this. This is Roger, of course, with Groovis Games Unlimited. And wow, guys, it is great to be here for this video update that I've wanted to get out for the past few days, but there has been a lot going on. Um, we're going to be chatting about so much stuff. I think you're going to love this update. I've got some great news for you, some stuff to look forward to. So we're going to begin in a moment. But of course, sincerely, I want to just thank you for your time, your interest, your excitement, your support for the game. It seems like it's within the last 3 weeks, the game has really grown a lot, and we're all very grateful for that. I, for one, am so grateful to you. So it's great to bring you this update. We're going to talk about a lot of fun stuff. Just tonight, and it's pretty late right now, our amazing production manager from the manufacturer sent me a few videos. I put it together in just like a little collage so I could show you guys. They are hard at work on putting the production copies of the game together to send to us. And of course, I'll be filming that to show you the unboxing of these. So they're using, excuse me, the first print run. She said they were referencing some things as they're working on the production copies. So we're going to take a look at that. We are also going to chat about the pledge manager will remain open because they are working on the production copies of the game. So fear not, if you were wanting to back the game, it will remain open. But I do want to say, once we receive those production copies, and put the video out there, this will be going into mass production. So still some time, don't worry, but when that time comes, we are going to shut it down because I just want to get this done, guys. Out to you, enjoy it so I can work on these two smaller games that I'm very excited to share with you. Okay, so I said that. Let me jump over to this thing. I put this little graphic design together so I could remember, excuse me, everything to talk to you about. So what we're going to do is, we have some shadow servants here, minions from the game. When you play, you'll beat the shadow servants. But we're going to have a printing update in this update. We're going to take a look at the add-on templates. They are ready. They sent those a few days back, so of course we want you to see those. Now, let me point out, this is going to be a part 1 and part 2 video. I'm going to try to be brisk with some of this because I don't want to keep you, but I do want to spend some time with you, especially on the add-ons. So part 2 is going to be taking a look at the add-on templates, but in part 1, we're going to look at all of the add-ons because I think there's some people that don't know that all of these add-ons are out there. So we're going to take a look at that. And like I said here, a look at the 6 add-ons. Like I said, we're waiting on the production copies of the game, and what that is they're going to send us a sample from the production run. Of course, for obvious reasons, we can check over everything. We can make sure everything is 100% accurate for you, and it's just the best way to do it. Before I forget, I talked to our production manager tonight, like I said, and I said, can you give me a time frame? When are you thinking you're going to have these ready? Because I know everyone's going to want to know that. She said a week or two. Please know that they are hard at work on this. From the little video I'm going to show you in a second. And then, like I said, the pledge manager, it will remain open. It's still open, so no worries. Take your time. We can leave that open while they're working on that, which is great for people who are, maybe, backing other stuff or wanted a little more time, so that will remain open for you. Okay, so at this time, I have another panel here. These are the 2 editions of the game. Why don't we shoot over to that video and let me show you. It's just kind of them going through the original print run. I think she said they were just referencing some things as they prepare to print out the production copy of the new edition. Not really new, but you know what I mean, like the enhanced edition. I don't know. But don't worry, we're going to talk about a lot of cool stuff here. We're going to go over, where is it at? Crusader of the Realm, and where is it at? we have another thing here. Oh, the Crusader upgrade kit. I want to chat with you about that. Sorry, I got cut off there for a second. But we're going to go over the Crusader upgrade kit, and we're going to discuss the Crusader of the Realm edition. Now, this is, of course, the new or updated version of the game. And then, of course, the all-in, the almighty, the all-powerful Slayer of the Realm edition that has every single add-on included in it, or like at least a big add-on. So there is a lot to look forward to, and I'm trying to think how to do this right now. We'll probably just shoot over there and look at that and then come back here. I'll tell you what, let's go over this first since we're here. Let's go over the additions of the game, and then we'll shoot over to see that video. But I'll try to be brisk so I don't keep you too long, but I think that you'll enjoy seeing all this. Well, first of all, this is the Slayer of the Realm edition. If you have backed this edition, you are getting everything. You are getting, of course, the base game. You're getting the Avalon Adventure board game. You're getting the Double Dungeon expansion pack. You're getting the Hero expansion pack. You're getting the Expert monster difficulty deck. The game ships with normal difficulty monsters that I assure you are plenty tough. You are getting the Heroic monster difficulty deck. You are getting the 3 extra House of Chance games, and you get both a Footprint patrol route die and the classic Skull patrol route die. So no worries, my friends, you're getting everything with this edition. The only thing this doesn't include are those plastic colored arrow bases, but you truly don't need those for playing the game. You could just point your minions in the way they're traveling on the patrol route system. And then the only thing you may want to consider is, you may know I'm working on a random dungeon generator. Kind of a very kind of different one. And there's a skull token punch board that you can get for $5. That is actually for keeping track of the levels of the chambers, just to aid you so you can look down and see what level, like for the quest. But then it'll double as, you know, for the new random dungeon generator. But aside that, if you have the Slayer of the Realm edition, you have all of the add-ons in there, okay? So that's that. Moving right along, here is the Crusader of the Realm edition. So the difference with this one is, if we look back at the Crusader Realm, like I said, you're getting all the add-ons. The Crusader of the Realm edition, of course, is the base edition of the game, and you get the Avalon Adventure board game, okay? And so, yeah, the prices are right there for you here. And so, you know, some people just want the Crusader of the Realm edition with the Avalon Adventure board game, and then they'll pick up a few add-ons. That's, of course, totally fine. But no worries, my friend. We're going to go over all of the add-ons right now. And like I said in part 2, we're going to take a look at just a template so you can see what they sent us and what they're going to be using to print those out. My cough's almost gone. I know there was a few people concerned. Thank you for that. I'm almost over this dumb cough. So we are going to take, so that's what the Crusader of the Realm edition is. It's the base copy of the game and the Avalon Adventure board game. One thing, I want to pull this thing back over here. Okay, the Crusader upgrade kit. I put this little thing together. I tried to piece everything out. This right here, if you're forgetting these 2 editions, you don't need this, okay? This right here is for people who have the previous edition of the game. And guys, it just, all it does is it updates your game with some content. First and foremost, over here in the corner, you get the brand new Crusaders Handbook Revised Rulebook. Everyone has been singing the praises of this. We thank you so much. I worked with my very good and brilliant friend Ilpo. Much shorter, much to the point, night and day difference from the original one. So you're gonna get the brand new revised rulebook in the Crusader upgrade kit. You're also going to get, and I wanted to do this before, guys, this is in the 2 other editions we just talked about, but you get a huge map of the land of Avalon. I was so passionate about creating this, and so you're getting a big poster of this. So, and this is in your other 2 editions of the game. So the Crusader upgrade kit does include that. You're also getting right up here, sorry it's kind of small, the Mercenary Camp for your village board. And this is in direct correlation to the solo Crusader mode, the new mode in the game. Okay, so the mercenary camp is for the solo crusader mode. But you could also incorporate that once you get acclimated to the game. You could use this in a regular game of Dungeon Crusade. So you're getting this in the Crusader upgrade kit. And of course, everything you're seeing is in the new editions. So you're going to get that. This right here is the scalable difficulty reference card. And guys, I've said this so many times. This is just a card, but on the reverse side of this really balanced out the game for your level 1 and level 2 heroes. It's something small, but it had a real profound impact on the game. And just real quickly, what you use this card for is for your level 1 and level 2 heroes. If they ever encounter a trap in the dungeon, a trap treasure chest, and in the encounter deck, there are some challenges and events, you're going to be able to deduct 6 from the value where you have to roll basically a d20. So let's say that your hero has to jump over some spikes in the floor, just as an example, and that value is 18. If your hero was level 1, they can deduct 6 from that. That's across the board for level 1. If they were level 2, they can deduct 3 off of that 18. And if they're level 3, they just use the value printed on the card. Again, this just brought a huge balance to the game, and it really perfects and hones the game. So you're getting this. So this is double-sided. It has the little instructions on the other side. Also, I did create a little new content for the game. You're getting a 7th Tavern Task card. And this one was really inspired by everyone's great friend, DJ Daniel from the Dungeon Dive. And this one is called The Trouble with Traps. And what Daniel said, it was a while ago, and I just love him. He's just got such a great channel, and he just does so much for the game community. But he was saying, if you hear a dog whimpering, that's my fetch hound Caesar. I'm in my studio room and I gotta let him out. Life happens around me. But what this one is, it's called The Trouble with Traps. And what DJ Daniel said at one time, he wished there was some incentive for springing traps in the dungeon. And I get that. That was very cool. So I just kind of took that and came up with this Tavern Task card where there's a little story about Captain Briggs has your heroes spring traps in the game so he could send his men in. And for every trap you spring, he will give you 100 gold and you gain 2 life force. Life force is XP in Dungeon Crusade. So you get some new content with a Tavern Task card. Another thing you get is, this is for your dungeon UI board, the minion movement speed track that goes on your dungeon UI board. And this gives you actually just more options how the minions will move on their turn. You could use this in 2 ways. You could either roll on this chart for each minion so they'll have different speeds, or you could just use it universally every monster phase. So you'll roll, say 5 came up. Okay, every minion you'll roll a d10 and add their base movement to that. Because right now on the card it's a roll of a d6 plus their base movement. So this gives you just another nice little enhancement or ways that you could play the game. Aside from that, there's a few replacement cards. The manufacturer, who we love, had flip-flopped a few cards. There's only a few of them, but of course we want you to have those updated cards. That's in there, and a few other things. So this is only $20, and I think you get a lot of stuff with it, and that will update your game to the current version. So that is all good. So basically what we just talked about, so there's the Crusader upgrade kit if you already have the game. There's the new Crusader of the Realm edition, and then there's the Master of the Realm edition. So what we're going to do now is we're going to, I'm going to show you the dungeons just real quick that come in each edition of the game. So we'll take a look at that, and then we'll go over the add-ons, and we'll chat about a few other things. But so far I hope you're enjoying this, guys. I hope you're excited. I know I am, that the production copies are being worked on, which of course will lead into mass production. So let's take a look at the dungeons real quick. Okay, like I said, we're going to take a look at the dungeons that come in each edition of the game. So if you get the Crusader of the Realm edition or the Slayer of the Realm, you have 2 dungeons. Actually, there it goes. It says right here, double-sided dungeon. So with each edition of this of the game, you are going to get the Ancient Runes dungeon, and every dungeon in Dungeon Crusade measures 3 by 2 feet. And let me say something real quick, that there's going to be, you have a village board and a dungeon UI board and some decks of cards. What some people do is use a small side table, and they put these two, the dungeon UI board and the village board, and some of the decks of cards on that side table. So their main table is used just for hero cards, the monster area where the cards are here, and your dungeon. So there's always different ways to accommodate Dungeon Crusade, you know, if you have just a small side table. So 3 by 2 feet, that's what all the dungeons measure. And I just grabbed like a quick highlight of the Ancient Runes, so that's kind of a real nice close-up how nice the retro-inspired miniatures look and a few pieces of content. And that is the patrol route system. And in the showcase video series, you can learn about that. It's something I really worked on, and it gives monsters unpredictable movement patterns through the dungeon. It works incredibly well, where you don't have to think where monsters go. They kind of think for themselves in Dungeon Crusade. Okay, so you get the Ancient Runes. There's a little highlight of that. But you also get, in each edition of these games, the most deadliest death trap dungeon ever, the Tomb of Kaladar. This is a very tough dungeon. I would not recommend playing this until you really play on the Ancient Runes and get acclimated to the game. It is very challenging. There's these 6 environmental hazards I created in this dungeon. Also, you can use your scalable difficulty reference card on this board, and we'll get a we'll get a quick highlight of that. So this is the skeleton vault in the Tomb of Kaladar, and you can see how nice those boards look. This one I gave the prototype after I was finished with it to Damien Mimolity, and he painted this, and the detail is absolutely out of this world. And another amazing artist, Sean Ellis, I gave him the prototype of when I created the dungeon, and he painted the final version of the Ancient Runes. So it's very retro 80s inspired with that one. Okay, and so there's that. So with both editions of the game, you're getting those dungeons. Now we're going to move on to this add-on right here. This is the Avalon Adventure board game. Remember, if you have these editions, you don't need this at all. You're already getting this. But what happened is, way back there was this, I called it the Knight of the Realm edition. It just came with the base edition of Dungeon Crusade, and hindsight's 2020. I developed both of these games, the Avalon Adventure board game and Dungeon Crusade, in tandem. I mean, they are very intricately woven together. So my point is this: I should have really packaged those two together. Not that it was like $25 more. It was not to get the money. I could care less about that. It's because I was very passionate about this game, and I want people to have this. So if they ever do want to play it, they have that to play. So we wanted to bring this in as a separate add-on for those people who have that Knight of the Realm edition, who would like to get the Avalon Adventure board game content. And then you'll use other content from your game with this. So that is the one add-on. But remember, if you have these new editions of the game, you do not need the Avalon Adventure board game. You're already getting that, okay? The next thing here, these are the 3 extra House of Chance games. And just like the videos you just saw, if you haven't seen that, you can go back and I play each of these games. With each edition of the game, excuse me, you get the game Tower Attack, which is right here, okay? Before, on the other editions, there was an edition of the game called the Master of the Realm, where you got these 3 additional House of Chance games. So, for those of you who have, really it's just a Crusader of the Realm edition, or if you have the previous version of the game and you wanted those House of Chance games, here's your chance to get those. But remember, the Slayer of the Realm has that. You don't need it. It already comes with all of that. But if you have this Crusader of the Realm edition or the other editions of the game, except the Master of the Realm, those are available if you would like to pick those up. And yes, you get your custom deck of Dungeon Crusade Skulljack playing cards, the Adventures of Bravely the Knight, Heroes versus Monsters, all the tokens, all the cards for that. So you get all of this. But remember, look, we're going to look at the Pledge Manager page, but this is all in the Pledge Manager for you. Again, some people may not know this is even in there. So, I'm just letting you know this is there if you would like it. Okay, if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and of course, I will help you out with anything you need. Okay, moving along. This is the Double Dungeon Expansion Pack. Remember, Slayer of the Realm, you already have that in there. You don't need this. You're already gonna get that. The Double Dungeon Expansion Pack includes Castle Blackwood and the Cavern of Lost Souls, and then you get 30 additional quests that I absolutely loved writing. I wrote 60 quests for the game. I hope you read the stories. I created so many NPCs and factions and villains and legendary heroes. I think you'll really enjoy those. So you'll get 30 extra quests and a whole nother punch board of quest tokens that go with those quests. So again, I pulled a picture so I could show you. And Sean Ellis painted these. I gave him my prototype when I was done designing them, and he just did an incredible job. So here is Castle Blackwood, right here, kind of fully set up, so you can see, have a look at that. Here's kind of a close-up of Castle Blackwood and some of the miniatures, and they really do look striking. Freddie Lopez painted all of the heroes and monsters in the game, but I actually did the graphic design for these cardboard miniatures, and I had a real particular look. I wanted them uber detailed, and then another artist, amazing artist, Dean Spencer, took those and did those outlines so we get the outline of the characters. So really nice miniatures. So anyway, with the Double Dungeon Expansion Pack, you're getting Castle Blackwood. There's another close-up of it, but you also get the Cavern of Lost Souls. This is kind of like an outdoor map. There's like a little village up here, an inside cavern, a hidden dungeon, a crypt. It's a very, I always say on this when I play in this one, it feels very vast. I think because there's like an indoor and outdoor part and a hidden dungeon. Again, 3 by 2 feet. And so, excuse me, you get this with the Double Dungeon Expansion Pack, and here's just a close-up of that, and there's Banevic, one of the 8 guardians in the game. You can see everything just looks really beautiful. Sean did an amazing job on that. So again, Double Dungeon Expansion, you get both those dungeon boards, the punch board, and remember, if you have the Slayer of the Realm, you already have this included in your edition of the game. Castle Blackwood, that, okay? Alright, moving right along, I have to move this over a little bit. So another add-on, popular add-on, is the Hero Expansion Pack. The game comes with 6 heroes already. With the Hero Expansion Pack, you're going to get the Paladin hero, the Knight, or the Battle Mage. Oh my gosh, I had so much Dungeon Crusade. The Battle Mage hero, Lyrena Nightweave. You're going to get a Ranger hero, Matari, the Bard hero, Korrath Doomswood, the Warlock, and finally, Jorah Oakheart, the Priestess hero. She can lay down some serious heals. You'll get initiative tokens 7 through 12. You'll get plastic bases with those. Your card clips for the cards, of course. And then each hero, you may know this, has 3 unique abilities that can be leveled up to level 3, and they have a counterattack special ability. So you'll get basically 10 special ability cards with each hero. Okay, and just want to say it again, where is it at? If you have the Slayer of the Realm edition, you already have that included. You are getting that. But there's a few different ways. There's actually, You can play Dungeon Crusade. Well, with the Solo Crusader mode, you can play with one hero or hire up to 2 mercenaries. But you can play Dungeon Crusade with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, any amount of heroes up to 12 for Mega Dungeon Crusade. And I've said for a while, now that this game is we're going to print finally and shipping it out this year, I'm going to do a playthrough of Mega Dungeon Crusade with running 12 heroes and probably like 15 or 16 minions and all 8 guardians. So you could see the flexibility of how many heroes you want to play with. So that's how you could use that, or mix the heroes up with the the 6 that come with it. But just so you know, there is a hero expansion pack. I can't believe I forgot the Battle Mage. I was just I had a brain fizzle because of everything we're talking about. So there you go. That is another add-on in the Pledge Manager for you. And then we're going to wrap it up with this. I think there's one picture I have to scoot over. Okay, so like I said, the game ships with normal difficulty monsters. So as an add-on, there's expert difficulty monsters. And as you can expect, health will go up. The damage output, their warfare values get a little higher. They just become a little more tougher and meaner. So there is the add-on for the expert difficulty monster deck. And you know what, next time I pause the video, I'm going to show you like the main poster so you can see all the difficulty levels. There's normal, expert, and heroic basically. So that is in the Pledge Manager. Again, I'm not going to go back to it, but well, I can. Slayer of the Realm, you already getting everything. You're getting that. So there is the expert monster deck. So you get 90 more minion cards, 64 champion cards, 32 guardian cards. Guardians can level up to level 4. So there is your expert difficulty deck. And then for the ultimate challenge, there is the heroic difficulty monster deck. Even more nastier and meaner than the expert. More health, more damage, warfare values go up a little bit, better chance of special abilities activating, so on and so forth. So that is in the Pledge Manager, and there's a look at that. As you can kind of notice that your normal difficulty monsters that ship with the game, their names glow white, and there's one, you can't really see it here, but there's a little skull right there that signifies normal difficulty. When you move to expert, their name glows green, and there's 2 little skulls there. And then when you get to heroic difficulty, their name glows blue, and there's 3 skulls. And actually, way back that I had a legendary difficulty that was going to be like an orange glow to their name and 4 skulls. I held that back because there was just so much in the game already. But possibly with the huge expansion that I've been putting together for the last few years, possibly if there's a demand for it or if people want to, maybe we can bring out that legendary difficulty and have then 4 different difficulties. So you guys let me know if you want it. What the heck, we will do it. So again, all of these add-ons you're seeing are within the Pledge Manager. I'm glad that we kind of went over these in detail so you could see everything. But of course, if you have any questions, just let me know, and of course I'll help you out with whatever I can. But going back to these templates, like I said in part 2, we're going to look at the templates for the game. That is what we are waiting on from the manufacturer. We didn't get those when we were looking at all the templates for the Crusader of the Realm, and we were looking at the Slayer of the Realm. So we were waiting on them to give us the 6 add-on templates. Part 2, you are going to see those actual templates that they're going to use to print the game. Okay, I think I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll fade out with we're going to go look at that video. It's just a small video, but of course I want you guys to see everything. It's I believe it is our production manager, and she's in the, I don't know where they're at, but they're going over the first print run, and they're using that as reference as they prepare our production copies to send to us. So we're going to shoot over there, and then we'll take a look at the Pledge Manager page, and then we'll close this video out, and then I'll have part 2 up in the next day. So let's take a look at that video now. Okay, before we roll this is just a few hours ago. Her name is Kyra. She sent me this, and this is them going through in addition of the game, and using it for reference, she said, as they prepare the production copies to send over to us. Again, it's something small, but you know me. I want you in the loop. I want you to know everything, see everything. So we'll just play this. And what I did was, there's like 2 small videos, but I just looped it a few times so you could see it. And I think it's going to have some sound. And then we'll come back and then we'll just chat. So here you go, as they take a look at this in their office. Okay, guys, so it was just something small, but I did want to show you that. I could come over that like this. Hopefully that will stop the sound. But, you know, the point is, I'm going to rewind it just back to here. But they are working hard on this, and these people I know work very hard on so many other projects and games, and I just really appreciate everything they do. So, guys, I just want you to know progress is being made. We're almost out of the woods with this, but again, it's very important for obvious reasons that they send us these production copies. We could say right now, yeah, just, you know what, go ahead and just start the machines up and print it. That would not be that would not be good. You know, let's take a look at everything. We'll go over it. I'll have definitely a lot of people assisting as we go over this, and then give them the green light, start mass production, and get this done. So I hope you understand, and you're looking forward to seeing these. I know I am really excited to get these, but for you, you know, to show you these, and it's all good. So there you go. There was that. So let me pause this here. And there it is. There's the Adventures of Bravely the Knight. And I want to mention something, actually, because I saw this. On the first print run, they had that little red arrow, the spinner, if you saw the video. I told them to please don't assemble that. And that so it will be set aside, where you just have to snap it together. It's not hard. You put the base in the back of it, and you plug in the top spinner. So I think it'd just be better that way. So I did want to make mention to that. All right, let's head over to the Pledge Manager page, and then we'll just shoot back to our other first thing we're looking at, and we'll close it out, and we'll get ready for part 2. Okay, and finally, here we are over on the Pledge Manager page. And I first want to say, well, first off, this is open right now. The Pledge Manager, as I said, will remain open for you while they work on, you know, the production copy of the game, sending it to us. However, once we review that, this is going to be closing, because, just truth be told, I want to get this wrapped up. I want to move on to work on these smaller games. The game has been worked on, revised rulebook. It has been perfected and honed. I want you guys to enjoy that. You know, ask me questions about it, you know, gameplay, anything. And I'm looking forward, again, to working on these 2 smaller games. And I just want to give a huge shout out and kudos to everyone at Pledge Manager. Their support team is just amazing. They just answer questions so fast. They're just a pleasure to work with. And so thank you to everyone at Pledge Manager for what you do. We are very grateful to you. So like I said, and I don't want us going really fast here, you can come over here. Here's all of that stuff I was telling you about. But here's the thing about it, and I'm not like logged in right now. The thing about this is that you have to, like, you can't just go in here and pick an add-on. It's just, I know it's kind of quirky, but it's the way their system works. So you have to choose a reward, and that gets you into the add-ons, like what we just looked at. So they're not here. They're kind of behind this page, so to speak. But most people are going to get the Crusader upgrade pack, and then once you go in there, you can grab, you know, the add-on that you like. So those are the 3 reward levels, pledge levels, and then once you get into there, past this, all of the add-ons are in there for you. And then this is just some information from the Kickstarter page. There's that Solo Crusader mode. like I was talking about. So there's a lot of good information on this page. But I just did want to shoot over here and let you know this will be open. If you have any questions, as always, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. And really, again, thank you to everyone at Pledge Manager. So again, this will remain open, but after we get the production copies, it will be shutting down within days of getting that, and we give them the green light to begin mass production. And then, of course, we have to shut this down. Okay, guys, let's shoot back over to the original thing we were looking at, and we'll close it out, and we'll get ready for part 2. Okay, and we're going to close it out here. But like I said, here is that promo poster for the difficulty cards. And this is from, I don't know, I put this together like 4 years ago. But this is kind of shows you about normal difficulty, expert difficulty, heroic difficulty. And there are those skulls I was talking about. So this kind of just is something good to show, you know, what this exactly is. So there is that. And then real quick, here's that scalable difficulty reference card. Of course, that card is not this big when you get it. But I did just wanted to show this to you, and use the scalable difficulty reference card to adjust the values on events and challenges in the encounter deck, and also on the treasure chest cards and trap cards when a hero must roll 1d20. Remember, you can use this in the Tomb of Kaladar. Level 1 heroes, when a hero must roll the d20 for any of those things I just mentioned, you can deduct 6 from that value printed on the card. Level 2 heroes, when a hero must roll the d20 from what I just mentioned, deduct 3 from the value printed on the card. And finally, when a hero must roll a d20 for any of those things, you deduct 0. Again, this was something so small, but it brought just a lot of balance to the game. So I just wanted to show you what that looks like on the other side. And with that, we're going to wrap it up. So part 2 will be out, and it's just going to be strictly over the templates, you know, for the add-ons. I'd just like you to see those. Again, any kind of progress that's made, you guys are in the loop for this, so you know what's going on. And of course, if I receive anything else, I'll throw that in there. So I'm planning on having that out right after this one. That's going to take a little time to put together because it's a lot of templates to look at, but it's all good. I think we'll have a good time looking at that. And with that, I really want to thank everyone for your friendship, your support, your kindness, and your love, and all that. It truly means a lot to me, more than you know. If you have any questions about those add-ons or anything, please let me know. And I'm just looking forward to everything, guys. I'm glad that this is getting done, and I hope you understand why we want to look at well, all of us, even you, because you're part of this, absolutely. Why all of us want to look at these production copies to make sure everything is right as rain, and you know, everything is looking its best. All right, everyone. I hope you have a great day. Thank you again for your time. I tried to be quick. I guess I was, sort of. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and it was very informative and kind of entertaining for you. All right, I hope everyone has a great day, great night, and I'm going to be talking to you soon in part 2 when we look at the templates for all the add-ons. All right, guys, have a good one, and I'll be talking to you very soon. Bye-bye.